Hi, and welcome to today's 4 Minute Mark. We are still talking in Mark chapter 9 about the healing of the demon possessed boy, and we will probably be doing this at least tomorrow as well, and maybe even the next day. We're going to start at verse 17. A man in the crowd answered, "Teacher, I brought you my son, who is possessed by a spirit that has robbed him of speech. Whenever it seizes him, it throws him to the ground. He foams at the mouth, gnashes his teeth, and becomes rigid. I asked your disciples to drive out the spirit, but they could not." "O unbelieving generation," Jesus replied, "how long shall I stay with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring the boy to me." Some people have read the account of this boy, and they have said that the boy is mute, but the boy also has epilepsy, and that the gospel writer was using the beliefs of his time, and Jesus was using the beliefs of that time to assign this behavior to an evil spirit. And when Jesus cast out the evil spirit, actually what Jesus did was cure this boy of his epileptic fits. No, I don't know. Maybe there's some truth to that. I'm certainly not a doctor. But I do know that the Bible teaches that evil spirits are real. Certainly missionaries in other lands can testify of demon possessions and attacks by demonic spirits. Sometimes they happen here in America. I mercifully have experienced few, but I have experienced some. So I actually do believe that there are evil spirits. And so I believe that Jesus is actually casting out an evil spirit when he cures this boy. But right now, in today's few verses, he has not cast out the spirit yet. He hears that the disciples could not cast out the spirit, and Jesus' response is frustration. I mean, you can see Jesus kind of throwing up his hands here. Oh, unbelieving generation. Disciples are not having faith that God is going to work through them to cast out the evil spirit. We'll talk more about that probably tomorrow or the next day. But Jesus is frustrated with their lack of faith. And he basically is going, "I've just about had it with you people. How much longer do I have to put up with you?" Yes, Jesus was human. Yes, lack of faith disturbed him. Yes, he got frustrated. Yes, he expressed his frustrations. We can express our frustrations as well. The psalmists did very frequently. When you read through the psalm, it is not all sweetness and light. There are times when they say, "How long, O Lord? How long must we endure this? How long do we have to go through this? Why aren't you doing something, God?" So remember, Jesus does not sin. He is not a sinner. In him is light, and in him is no darkness at all. But yet he does get frustrated. So frustration is not necessarily a sin. If you take your frustration out on other people and treat them in unloving ways and do nasty things to them because you're upset and you're frustrated, then yeah, it could become a sin. But it's not a sin. Our emotions aren't necessarily sins. It's what we do with them that determines what God thinks of them. Obviously, God was not upset with Jesus, saying, "How much longer do I have to put up with you people?" So it's right there in the scriptures. So Jesus says, "Bring the boy to me." And so they brought him. When the spirit saw Jesus, it immediately threw the boy into a convulsion. He fell on the ground and rolled around, foaming at the mouth. Here again is why I think this is a real evil spirit. When the spirit encounters Jesus, the spirit basically attacks the boy because the spirit knows who Jesus is and knows what's going to happen. So the spirit is getting in one final lick, if you will. Remember, as we've said before, Satan and the evil spirits determined to destroy you. That is what they are all about. No matter what lies they tell you, they are out to destroy you. That's it for today, and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Bye-bye.